22 teams
22.
with about 7 or 8 players and coaches each. That's a full set, sir.
Oh, are the coaches? Do the coaches also have cards?
I mean,
I thought it was like all the players.
for sure it's all the players, but again, you'd have access to them too.
Ooh, all
But
right.
there are team cards.
Okay. By the way, I'm not going to be giving away anything if you give me packs other than my gratitude. So if anyone wants to give me packs, I would appreciate that. That
One
would,
play, you got our numbers.
yeah, that would really help me. Okay, let's talk about the draft here. So we talked about the Claude. Is Freya now, if ever Aurora end up here on the red side again? Actually, no, even in blue side. Whatever side Aurora end up with, should they now consider banning out the Freya?
Personally, I think that it might just be worth it, but then you're left with a different problem. Sure, you don't get the Freya. Oh, CC shows up and same problem, she's going to take vengeance.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a bit of a pain to deal with. Personally, I think first things first, we start with, hey, let's quickly go on to the blue side just to get a bit of a scouting analysis of what SRG tends to ban on red side, because that's going to show a lot of things that they feel is important, and that should be able to kind of smoothen things over for the rest of the series.
I think Aurora can also latch on the idea of not to discredit Demon Kite, and I do not doubt that he can carry with whatever hero that he ends up with. It seems like the best forms of Aurora that we've seen, even in FPLPH, is when he plays a little bit more of a backseat role, a facilitator,
A role player.
a role player, so that it's Yue and Domenkite who can actually come in through to the carries. Yes, SRG already acknowledged that by taking away the Baksha, but if they can manipulate the bans in such a way that they'll have a utility hero available for them, or something that isn't a little, that can just help facilitate, even Lancelot in a way is a facilitator alongside being a carry.
That's what I'm saying. Game 2, that last pick could have really been a Lancelot. I would have even expected a Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Like with the burst and the early damaging field control that RORA was rocking, an assassin that was a cleaner would have definitely worked. But now going in dangerous grass, yeah, I think they are once been twice shy from that Fanny.
Oh, look at it. Rora on the blue side, Sora ban, Freya ban, and from SRG, they respond in kind, get rid of the Grok alongside with the Claude.
I love how SRG after the Sora and Freya ban go, yeah, just get rid of the Claude. That's what they want to do. They just want to put it all on Domeng and then just build around him. Rora did that last night. Good read by SRG.
You think we're going to end up with like a Harith v Granger, the good old classic?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because like, what if Aurora decides to ban out the CC and say, keep it honest, innocent, we're not playing fighters at the gold lanes anymore, let's just go back to Granger Harris.
Old school rules.
Yeah, there we go!
Yup. Now the question is, SRG, are you comfortable with Yves and are you more comfortable with Yue going on to Jushin? That's one hell of a trade-off.
Yeah, because I feel like going on the idea that we posed for Aurora with Demon Kite being able to facilitate alongside Yue, then Jushin is not the pick that you'd want to give if you're SRG. And they do ban it out.
This does leave open the Kalia. I think first pick Kalia
I like it.
would be good.
Yeah. Don't need to rush the junglers here. You don't need to fight for the others.
Or do they
Just
look
take
at the
the
Eve?
Eve. Yeah.
Or do they go say, like, get the Eve and say, go again. All right.
But my only worry for this is... Wait, Stormy would rather pick up the Farsa over the Lunox, though, correct?
Oh, that one depends.
It really depends on...
Yeah, generally I would say Farsa, but this time around we're going to see Sakai's back on the Yi Shin with his 57% win rate, but they're also pairing it up with the Hilda in anticipation that maybe Rora is going to go for an assassin. I don't think they are, if I'm being completely honest.
Baksha and Fred are open.
Yep.
Pick it now.
I would honestly be okay with just picking up the Fred early on. It allows Demon Kite to facilitate, as we mentioned. If they can just... They already have the Eve. So just go Fredrin Cho or Fredrin... Oh no, they can save the Gatot or the Gatot Hylos or Cho for later.
Baksha, Cho. You're just super aggressive. Like, you just really want to stick it to them.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's their turn. They're going to go Leomord Cho.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. With the Leomord, it's going to be easier to chase down this Yishin overall, but pre-level 4 is going to be annoying because you're expecting Yums to be in your face all the time. Now that you've got your mid lane kind of secured, and more importantly, being able to kind of fight for that priority instantaneously without much damage, then you can start putting the hurt into the Hilda if ever he tries for a second invade.
Okay, down the line, I feel like SRG can slot in the Phoveus because Aurora might be leaning towards them picking up the Harith for themselves. It's all very divey, but if you look at the box and all the combos that they can dish out, very good. Oh, so SRG pick it up for themselves. Good block, and now they can ban out the Granger.
And I think that they should. The Granger fits so well into what RORA wants to do. If you take out the Granger, what's left? Carry?
I was like, carry, I'm not gonna lie.
That's it. So you ban both.
Unless, yeah, and Aurora doesn't even have the room to go for fighters because if they're gonna be more than global fighters, yeah, very slow.
I mean, it's not as meta as it used to be, but there could be an argument for Moskov, and I think it's an interesting way to play because this could potentially open up saying, hey, maybe Arlo gets passed through into the EXP lane, and now you have one more addition of CC to help out Edward.
I was actually thinking that maybe SRG would want to ban the Esmeralda because they can still slot in an Esmeralda Gold, but they read it. So yeah, I think I'm a little bit more on the Moskov boat now. That might end up becoming the pick for Aurora later on.
It looks like it's the only one left. What else has Dominkite played?
Looking at the gold, Freya's already been banned out. No more CC. Sora also gone in terms of the best ones. I don't think they're no fighter. Yeah.
Claude, Granger, Freya, Harith, Carry. That's it.
Yeah, and they're gonna need basic attack. I don't want them to even consider something like a Lunox to go to deal with a Harith. You don't need to do that. Just play it safe, play it slow. You already have a Leomord, Cho, and Eve anyway to bridge you to the late game.
I like this a lot from Coach Arcadia because now he's taking advantage for the fact that he gets the ban first in the second phase. So he proposes the question, Esme, instantly getting a response from Rora saying, we have to get rid of the Uranus.
Yeah.
Now, what we're left with is no more sandbags in the side lanes. This is going to end up being Lapu Lapu. This is going to be potential Yuzong as well. Something a little bit more fight-oriented for both Edward alongside with Cram and with the Lunox ban as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Even the compromised pick he would rather not deal with.
Yeah.
So he's saying, hey, Carry, take it or leave it.
Carry, Granger, pick.
Yeah, the Granger was left open.
So Carry, Granger, take it or leave it.
Yeah, they decided to play into it.
Why are they letting the Granger through? Is this a telegraphed Yuzhong?
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe, because what if... I mean, Hilda's already most likely going to the Rome. I mean, most Hildas in M7 did go into the Rome. The ban of the low Yi.
Really good stuff, really good stuff. I thought maybe that might slip through the draft for SRG side, but now I think this is a little bit of a compromise, right? What are they going to do at this stage of the game? With Hilda on your side, and there's not a lot of like mid laners, of course, self-sustaining when you're facing off against Eve Cho, you're going to lose mid priority almost straight away.
If Aurora really want to focus on their box team fighting theory and then just play it slow in terms of managing the lanes, they can pick up a glue depending on the matchup. If the XP lane is already shown here, so you'll have a glue and then you round it out with a Granger. I mean, theoretically, with the Eve, you're going up against a Harith. It makes sense, but that's only if you see the matchup. Because if you blind glue, it might be really tough.
Zetian.
Vision. There's so much vision.
I mean, double the vision, double the fun, am I right? But
yeah, they see everything.
And it's not like SRG is denying RORA. RORA's making their picks here with full freedom.
Yeah.
They're just not investing in it as much as SRG.
This is a really interesting draft, right? Because again, you would have imagined that they're looking for multiple win conditions. And right now, the two clear win conditions for SRG is going to be Yi Shin alongside with the Harith. The Jushin is interesting because her passive, super useful at actually denying light entryways with a third hit of the G Kundo because it knocks him back, so he's not going to find the angle.
They do get the Granger and they get the Lapu Lapu, so they get the instant impact right away, and Edward gets one of the iconic heroes for Filipino EXP laners.
This is Aurora playing an old meta lineup featuring Leomord.
Yeah. It's like if that was a Lancelot, you just said, hey, you mistyped Lancelot, and Leomord eventually became the pick.
Or a Fredrin.
Yeah.
I like that buff guy. What, the horse guy?
Oh yeah, Leomord.
Both of which fits. I think here, blue? Probably. I mean, it feels weird if you go into the Yuzhong because now it's like, now we have a potential coin flip that we have to worry about. Alice, even more of a sandbag. It's still looking towards that team fight.
Sexier Uranus.
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one for Aurora. I give it to them though. The lineup does have the possibility of suddenly spiking up when Dominkite gets the stacks on the Sky Piercer. But this is the thing you always have to watch out with an Alice though. it might get to the point where you just can't deal with it.
Well, just a little bit of, you know, anti-regeneration is going to go a long way, but I think right now SRG, their composition requires a lot of economy, which is why I'm leaning more towards RORA.
Leo?
Damage profile, I like RORA's more.
Yep.
This is not optimistic. This is actually just brass tacks we're talking.
So let's see if Aurora can actually push this to 2-1 for them. Or will SRG be the first one to go to match a point?
5 seconds
Welcome
till
to
the
game
enemy
number
reaches the
3. The series has been great so
Smash
far.
them.
SRG has delivered bangers, so has
All
Aurora,
troops
and I'm sure
deployed.
that we're going to have fun. Nice, Miracle, let's go.
Welcome to
We are
Mobile
going, and I'll
Legends.
tell you what, this is dangerous grass. This is a dangerous lineup, man. I would say from SRG. I like what they did. They got the Hilda. They've got a couple of grounds covered. Whoa! That's what I'm.
Oh my
That's what I'm saying.
God.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is dangerous. You walk in, and you never know. There's a sneaky Hilda in the bush, but the fact that they also got the regen means Yue will go down to Stormy. You have to respect the 100% win rate. Since Yue's regen was popped, he should have recalled, dude.
Dude, that's dangerous range too. That was what I was gonna get. I mean, look at.
Oh my goodness, dude! Like, don't stay, please. Go home. Okay.
Yes, Light. That range from Zethian is
Oh.
pretty crazy.
Oh.
This is what we all experience now, especially on the buff. That
Oh my-
technically.
oh
What do you do? Like, how do you lane? Why do you lane against that?
Maybe don't walk into the bush against a Hilda first level 1 and then recall after your regen gets popped, right? Like there are 2 steps before that or before we get to this position. But now that we're here, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna lane against the Zethian, dude. We were talking about instant prio, but if you get poked that much, there is no instant prio here for the Cho and the Eve.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I mean, on top of it, like Gideon mentioned, you know, during the draft, one of the great things about the Zethian is you have that passive built in to kind of, oh man, it just looks like they're playing
my God.
range everywhere. Oh, okay. He
For a
does.
second, I thought he had flicker because damn, he's going in aggressive.
That's why I was saying this lineup is dangerous in itself because SRG is able to go ahead and capitalize on a lot of that. And not to mention the amount of vision that this lineup gives them too. So what this means for Aurora Gaming Philippines is that they have to choose their windows of opportunity very crucially. And they got to be on point with it. They've got to be able to make it work. But because this early game pressure was already put onto them, they're not going to be able to contest this first turtle as it's already secured up by SRG. And here comes the pressure in the jungle. Edward?
Stole away the purple buff. Light goes in for Zikudo, but Stormy's able to flick around and he gets the kill too. Now throwing a ruin onto nothing but they won already.
Nothing but air right now, Cram, though. He's going to wait for the Gleam to come up. You know, but that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Light goes in. He doesn't have a level 4 yet. Didn't burn the flicker either, but he just got destroyed as soon as he went forward. So, you know, one of those things that Aurora Gaming Philippines, I don't know, Yums, is he going to go for Domikite?
Yup, he wants to go for it. Oh my god, the Secret Vision as well! A Flickerada's Light goes in with Jikundo, but there's no way the Dragon now needs to be caught in the Zaman Force. He become the steed. Yum's able to Flickerada safety, but Innocent's now going to be caught all alone. Pops in a Purify, and now gets shredded back.
Oh, Innocent. What? Not going to be able to get away. He almost did. Light will take that kill secured for Aurora Gaming Philippines. So at least able to find something on the map here. They've been struggling. Oh, there it is.
Jikundo Flicker. That's Light giving the kill over to Domenkai. And finally, he has some space to breathe, dude. He's already 2 levels down on Innocent.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Is Domikite going to be able to get away? Okay. Very close.
Oh my god! They don't want to stop, guys! Shoots Domenkai down with the arrow.
Domikite's just let me play, guys. I'm trying to get out of here. He had so much attention towards his lane, but that's exactly what you need to do if you're SRG. Put the pressure on Domikite or elsewhere because you have so many opportunities to be able to do that. You've got so much vision to play into. So now with this bit of a lead they built up, Turtle's going to be up at about 15, and they'll be in a good position for that. And, you know, Aurora Gaming Philippines has to kind of go back to the drawing board with this lineup and just kind of slow down. Part of this lineup is allowing that scalability to happen because they're losing the range battle. A lot of this is because, you know, you have to rely on the Cho. Now that you're around level 4, you have a little bit of protection, of course, with UA's RWM. But they want to go and contest this turtle.
Look at the poke. Before the fight even starts, Light is already down a quarter of health as Cram holds on to the turtle. Now Phantom Steed coming down for Demon Kite, but it's going to be Cram zoning him away with the help of Humes. Bravest fighter from Edward doesn't get it down. Fury of the Phoenix, though. Humes doing a ruin on Demon Kite!
Oh, that was a great take. Dominkan and UA are here to set up. Humes might be able to actually get away still. Light goes under the safety of the turret, but second turtle goes in the hands of SRG. Oh no, this is tough. I don't think they're just forcing them to take the long route, man.
Yeah, Humes wants to stop the recall again, and he does! Light has to move. That was a feint from Humes. He didn't even know.
It's a dangerous Hilda, man. I'm telling you. Like,
It's the most annoying Hilda I've ever seen.
it's the way it's meant to be played. Humes is doing great work here, being a threat, especially on those, you know, those spaces around the jungle where Demon Kite is trying to go ahead and try to get some vision or contest these objectives, but Humes providing so much information to SRG's lineup just kind of gives them an easy time to take objectives, and honestly, that's probably how the next turtle's going to go as well. Aurora Gaming Philippines, in the meantime, have to go ahead and play in to pick off potential. The problem with that is, like I said, who are you going to pick off? Well, most of the time, you're going to have to try to make a play either in the gold lane, because trying to find out either Humes or Stormy and get through that passive is hard enough. So that's why Light has to just kind of protect Dominkite and pick off Innocent if you can, but then you also have a Purify there.
So that's the rapid boots for Dominkite, and he actually went Hunter Strike. So no Sky Piercer yet, and it makes sense. Demon, oh my lord, that is a tilter. Phantom Steed used after, what, 2 shots on a Mountain Shocker. Innocent in the bottom lane winning hard in this matchup as well. This ain't looking good for the Northern Lights.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. You're losing on all fronts right now if you're Aurora Gaming Philippines, and you know, you can kind of see it in the way that they're moving around the map, some of the decisions that they're making, and SRG knows to continue to put the pressure where they can. Demon Kite isn't falling too far behind in terms of levels or anything, but it's more so of, you know, what can this lineup actually do at this portion of the game, and it's just not too much yet. So it's kind of more of a survival strategy for Aurora right now. This last turtle of the game's coming up. So letting our Red Giants will go ahead and swing on forward. It looks like Aurora still wants to go ahead and show face here, but Dominkite less than half health.
Yep.
It'll be really hard to pull off.
Humes is 1v1ing there. Light, oh, he goes for the way of the dragon earlier with Zikuno as well, but he couldn't find it. Now with the throw in the ruin and the Fury of the Phoenix, Demon Kite zone. Humes again giving it the kill. At least they're able to pick up a kill back on Skies, but Demon Kite zone completely away.
Zoned away, and Edward falls in exchange. That turtle's going to be there to take Demon Kite, and Light trying to get away, but Cram and Humes are there, and Demon Kite falls for the second time in the game as a third turtle is secured for SRG.
The Red Giants are just stomping through Aurora Gaming Philippines. Skies died there, and still, they weren't able to win it out. Innocent, perfect turtle. Light goes in, wants to go for the Jikundo, but he has to remember Stormy has the passive, and Humes is right there. Dominkite to walk in, man! Hilda going for the damage against Stormy, able to survive! And now it's Light going in, he has enough damage! Stormy will fall, Light gonna be taken low, and he actually does get away. But man, for the price of Dominkite, and now he dies as well!
Oh, Light's trying to run, but Humes is locked on target, and Light will survive. But yes, they lost Dominkite for Stormy. And Dominkite is who Aurora Gaming Philippines has to kind of rely on to have a chance in the late game here. Right now, you're looking at, man, look at the difference in the gold lane.
Nice, it's becoming a problem now. Why? Because look at Dominkite, you know Sky Piercer, he's like, yeah, nah, that ain't working. I need more damage right now because if I don't farm, I won't even have enough bullets to get those executions.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see a Sky Piercer at all. If we do, maybe
probably, yeah.
Second to last item or last item is somehow Aurora Philippines gets control of this game. But right now, from the start, it has been no control at all. They just kind of, they're on the roller coaster of SRG, and they've just buckled in, basically. Like, it's really difficult to make this composition work because of just what is provided with the range, the vision, and everything else like we mentioned for SRG. So for Aurora, they're almost in this moment where it's like, all right, Dominkite will protect you with everything we have, you know, and hopefully that Granger will scale up. Same thing with Eve. I mean, Eve can also scale up pretty well. We've seen some great Eve RWMs change the tide of these games or team fights. But so far, there's been no chance around objectives, and this Lord's coming up at 10. They have no turrets on the map. They're absolutely...
Hellcurt, what?
Whoa! I didn't know we had a Hellcurt.
Dark Knight Falls.
Oh, hold on.
This could be.
This could be.
The Undertaker? I don't know. What else? What else can we hint at when it comes to this, you know?
All right.
Hey! Don't you worry, folks. This is what we call...
Gentlemen, thanks for being patient. Here we go.
We're back!
13 minutes in. Where are we here? Okay.
12 minutes in, about to be 13. Lord was already taken earlier. No baser is taken, but the top side baser is already really low. And SRG
Still
have a 6,000 gold lead, so they built 1K over the course of the few minutes we were gone.
All right. Lord is up. SRG still in control. Nothing changed. I mean, that was quite the long ultimate from Hellkurt. That's not even in the game, but hey, we're back. RORA seems to somehow defend their base turrets at least, but now they're going to have to do it again with Lord secured here for SRG. So we'll see. I don't know if they bought enough time, man, because, you know, part of this was, where's the scaling for Dome and Kite? Is he going to be able to catch up? It looks like he did pick up the Sky Piercer, though. So after he went the Hunter Strike Sea Halberd in the middle of fifth item, he goes the Sky Piercer. And if they hold on long enough, maybe that Sky Piercer, once it gets some stacks, might be able to change some of these fights.
See, the thing I would love to see right now is Domain Kite's actual stacks. Not the Sky Piercer stacks, but how many bullets he has, because the way Selangor Red Giants have been playing the entire game, it really feels like they've already taken out the biggest threat of a Granger in the late game, which is the scaling. He's died 3 times. He was denied so much gold. He's 2 levels down on enemy gold lane.
We'll see if this actually plays a part. They're going to be able to clear out that mid lane, but they still have to deal with the Lord up top.
Yeah, they're going to crack this open now with the help of the Lord charge. And that's about it for now. RORA Gaming Philippines did a good job clearing out mid and bot, and now for SRG, they're going to have to wait for the next waves to come through. Lord will be cleared for free. Dominkai getting those stacks. You can already see them trying to funnel as much of those stacks to Domain.
Mid-wave push, Dominant Force drop down. They're going to initiate here. It looks like Edward taking a brunt of the damage, but they'll clear out the waves and maintain the mid-base turret. So RORA Gaming Philippines, despite being down 7,000 gold, SRG still respecting what the potential could be there. We've seen it before where you fumble a 7,000 gold lead or 10,000 gold lead and things turn around. So right now they want to take the discipline route, keep it safe if they can, but it looks like Mount Sharker is going to be used. And still, it's just RORA Gaming trying to scrap up what they can. An Antique Crevasse now picked up for Light. Maybe going to make his, maybe it'll allow him to stay alive a little bit longer once he's trying to get those kicks off. But also, there's a whole lot of now magic damage and penetration that SRG is able to utilize because of the fact that you have the Divine Glaives to worry about, and even that Holy Crystal Divine Glaive over here for the rest of the lineup. Now, a little bit more defensiveness for SRG as well.
Let's take a look at the items here. Okay, so Innocent's already fully built up as well, and somehow, again, Dominkite, it's through those waves and the lures that they were given that they are able to actually climb back up, because I think it was a bigger lead earlier for Innocent, probably because he also died. So he's building towards that last item, and I don't know if that's Blood Wings? I assume it is Blood Wings.
Blood Wings. Yeah, maybe potentially Blood Wings. Not sure what else he would want to go here on the Harith. But nonetheless, you got quite a bit of scaling. I mean, even looking at Cram, he's got a Guardian Helm plus the Ice Queen Wand to go ahead and help slow down the members of RORA Gaming Philippines once he jumps on in. He's tanky enough to just soak up a lot of damage. So this Alice might be a problem. And that's why Light's job right now is pretty difficult. You know, he's got to be able to go ahead and find a way, not just to find a way, but also provide the information that's needed here, because we're seeing how difficult it is for Demon Kite as well to make use of this Leomord, who's been such a strong hero pick throughout the M7 World Championship right now, but it looks like they want to go ahead, potentially contest this if they can find the angle they're looking for. Light's swinging on around.
Whoa.
He's going to be a reset on the Lord, though.
Yeah, look at Yums. RORA trying to get control over the Lord. They're actually going to be able to take the aggro, but Yums gets a really good flank here in the behind. That's the amount of shots coming down, and Yums has a position on Dominkite. Fear the Phoenix coming down, and it's the Skies Mountain Shocker!
Dominkite is gone in an instant, and now RORA's on the run. But with those 2 kills as Yue fell as well, SRG gives the call. They want to push down the bottom lane.
That's the problem when you play a clean front to back. Yums doesn't care, and it cancels out the recall of Demonkite. What a read by Yums! And there's no way Demonkite can go for the 1v1 here. It's gonna be Innocent jumping into Zaman Force over on Edward. He's trying to buy some time. Light doing a good job at forcing the minions to the mid-turn, but he will fall.
Oh, they clear out the minions so they stay a little bit longer. Demonkite still being chased down. and he just wants to buy enough time. You have Edward still alive, but can he delay this further?
Now it's Innocent again. Zamanfor's coming down. Edward already used the Bravest Spider. He's going to go down. And Selangor Red Giants are a game away from etching their names, their region, into the history books.
This game. What is the conversion? Because she doesn't scale that well, it's about opening up the map because her range is ridiculous and she can cover literally entire bushes with her first ability.
I think she's proving to everyone why she deserves a little bit more respect. In addition to Zushin, Zetian is another, I'd say, mechanically unique hero that provides utility in a different way. Again, just to double down, she doesn't deal enough damage, yes, but she provides vision, she provides wanton CC that no other hero can do with just the press of a button.
Let's not forget that she also has Magic Shred. Anybody who has MR gets loosened just a little bit, allowing things like Alice and Harith to really hit hard.
Not to mention self-peel. Again, maybe that's why Leomord or by Demon Kai could not catch a break, is because you could finally find the source of all your headaches, the bane of your existence. You're like, oh, what is this?
Yeah. We also have to credit
Storm.
Sue Storm. We have to credit SRG for not giving Aurora a lot of openings. So now let's see what opening Aurora will get to fight in this draft, the crucial draft, as SRG are one game win away from sending Malaysia to their first ever M-Series Grand Finals. We go into Flying Cloud, and I'm sure that's going to change the picture of the draft, and this might end up becoming longer games as teams in the M7 World Championship want to play a little bit more cautiously and a little bit more aware with the risks of being overly aggressive with Flying Clouds active. Aurora still in the blue side, still the same bans.
Feels like Rora's just happy that it's like not dangerous grass anymore. There's just a couple of things that you don't have to worry about, but they still need to get rid of this Hilda, because let me tell you, that Yums was really frustrating, right? Every little mistake you make, Yums, it amplifies it unnecessarily from Rora's POV, but that allows SRG to have more time to rotate, more time to steal away caps from Demon Kite.
So then now, is it worth it to go for the ultimate risk? If you say that Yums is one of the more annoying pieces of the SRG lineup to deal with, do you just take his Cho away?
I mean, I don't know. Give him his Cho. We'll play Kalia again, right? We want to replicate game one.
I think it would be valid to give away the Cho if you're playing utility. Because that gives him what? Less targets, less valid targets at that. So for Aurora, I wouldn't say taking the Cho away by picking it now, because you still have that Eve.
Yeah.
But are they going to die on that hill? That's the question. Is it worth it to go again? Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Wait, we're past that. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's happened already.
Aurora might even be willing to give the Eve Kalia, because Aurora played an Eve Kalia and they struggled with it. Oh, they go for the Yu Zhong.
It's time. Edward wants to put his stamp on that world stage.
It's been a while since we've seen a first pick Yu Zhong.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find the thread. This is 5D chess.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to when I think it was literally Swiss Stage Day 5. It was Team Liquid PH versus Yangon Galactico. No. A little bit sooner. We saw it in the knockouts. Yeah, Aurora Gaming PH versus Team Liquid PH. Okay. So they go Cho. As expected, Yums will end up with it. The last time Aurora Gaming PH first picked the Yu Zhong, they went Cho Kimmy to pair up with it.
Would I be okay with that? Because at the end of the day, right, when you see Yishin Shin on the opposite side, especially from SRG, how do we deal with it? A lot of it just boils down to taking away his farm, really accentuating the fact that you need a lot of economy to make this work. And now that RORA are now looking to play a utility jungler on top of this Yuzong, they need to have mega support. And now their side laners are prioritized here.
Okay, good to see Aurora adjust to that. They put a Fredrin into the hands of Demon Kite. And the Granger, I think they're just going for that easily accessible early damage output. And then just seeing the coast is clear, like there's no Claude, no Freya, no Sora. Yeah. There's a CC still though.
That's what I'm concerned about, that Aurora decided to just lean in already, picking up the Granger this early on. there's so many ways now that SRG can treat this. It's their decision.
This is a tough one, because they could go like Uranus to sandbag the lane, but Eve is still wide out in the open. Their gold lane is going to get punished in the second half of the draft, I would imagine. But then CC is still open, so yeah, they just gotta lean into the gold.
Yeah. I mean, we saw earlier that Innocent handled the good laning against Granger very well with this Harith. Oh, I think SRGs are going to cook up so many responses to this Granger. That's what I'm worried about.
I know, but at the same time, it's like, why would you open with the Cho Yishin knowing, especially seeing the Yuzong, especially knowing that you could easily kind of pivot your composition to play it in a more earnest style, right? Go back into the Leo mode once again. Maybe arguably there's even a Boxia opening for you as well. Knowing Sakai's, yes, he doesn't want to go Boxia, sure, but the Leo mode?
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like SRG did not need to have to worry about this gold lane trade. They have to worry more about the mid lane trade. That I feel like they could have had more cards of value with if they picked up their mid laner at red 3, then just change the bans around so that it's a bit more favored for them towards the matchup.
I think they just rather win whatever comes through. They're giving RORA the onus, the responsibility. Hey, what are you letting through in mid, or else we pick the best one that's left at red 4. But yeah, this doesn't answer the question of why the sudden priorities in the first 3.
Yeah. Well, Fandom War is up. When you type in your answer to the question of who will win the series, RORA versus SRG, see this along with Red Giants fans leading the charge right now. Yeah. Type down your predictions for the upcoming picks that could be shown by these two.
It's tight though. Literally,
like a toiger.
That's a Malaysian national animal.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Like a Malaysian toiger.
They call it the Harimau Malaya.
Oh, okay.
I did my research. All right, one more ban here. SRG, they have to make their bed. Do we ban one mid? Or do we just let it all out in the wild?
When I give the word.
Both light picks.
Yeah. They understand. So instead of tackling the mid laner, they tackle the roam pick. Which now with the Hildegarde, they're going to end up playing something slower like well, the Gotcha is going to be open for them. Kalea is also still open. Hylos.
In case you really just want to find that Harith, find that Yisun Shin, find whatever they put in mid.
I still would want Aurora to just double down on the Kalea Lunox again. It worked out for them earlier, and it worked out earlier in the day as well.
Yeah, I think it does work, but I think Coach Ark has kind of recognized the pattern here, right? Again, this is the first time that we're seeing so many light bans in the second phase. Usually they would aim it elsewhere, knowing that UA is going to be the usual secondary win condition for RORA in the first place, right? So I think that SRG, especially for Coach Ark, you see these first 3 picks in, well, RORA, they're looking to play comfort. Let's take away the comfort picks. We're already in our head.
Mid-range. I don't think Aurora will, at this late in the tournament, at this stage, will bring back an old combo in the Mathilda Fred. They got the speed, but it might just be too risky. They might just have to settle for something like a Gatot or Kalea.
There's the Farsa, but I think now this is where you go for Eve, right?
You gotta have that range diff fixed up. And by doing that, you put the Farsa in extra trouble. You have a Black Dragon in the skies. So if that's an Eve, what do you put in light?
Kalea Gatot.
Does it have to be Kalea?
Kalea Hylos Gatot.
In terms of the picks that we've seen, so Kimmy, as expected, the Mathilda will not work here. So yeah,
wow, Eve gets snubbed.
Yeah.
My mission is to
They go for the high loss.
Interesting that they want to go. All right. So yes, like you mentioned before in Game 3, we were looking for bridges, right? And Kimmy did inevitably get banned in that game as well. So this time round, UA really has to do a lot of good work here. Because again, you're facing up Fars Cho in the lane itself, which is hard enough. Luckily, this time, Light can't get punished that hard on the high loss.
So the last pick here, it's going to be going to the EXP lane. What's Cram going to end up with? Usually we've seen some teams just back up the Uranus and just go, yeah, let's just have a body to hold. But then the Kimmy, the Granger, the Yuzong, because Uranus is one of those guys that really don't care. He's like, okay, I'm just going to be here, sandbag, it's fine.
Just needs to shred, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Works as well. I like this a lot because now Fredrin is going to struggle to fight for these neutrals.
A clear go signal if the Fredrin is standing your way, that Kimmy and the Granger's positioning is compromised. Oh, we're gonna see Patrick Star wreak havoc.
As a Filipino, I'm gonna say it's gonna hurt if SRG wins this and we lose to Patrick. And to see the Malaysians go first to the grand finals, but it is a perfect pick to round it out. Real quick, Gideon, SRG or Aurora?
I think the SRG need to win their lanes. If they win the lanes, they will win the game.
This is a perfect last pick just to ruin what Aurora set up in 5 picks. I think SRG's got this. Aurora's trembling.
Will it be a caster's bless or a caster's curse? Will it be SRG sending Malaysia to their first M-Series Grand Finals? Or will Aurora force a game number 5? We are getting closer to history with Mirko and Naisu to help tell the story.
Welcome.
I would be trembling as well, going against the Patrick Star in a potentially last match here.
Oh my God,
it's him.
It's him.
What better way to get to the grand final for the first time for Malaysia with that skin, best skin of the game now, Mirko.
Oh my God, Skies, no way. This is dirty. Dirty, you pick up the glue and you go level 1 invade. Hume's gonna go for it as well. He's gonna bait out the Retribution. Demon Cat with the Retri already. They don't know it's happening. Grand Theft Orange level 1. Skies gets stunned up by Light. So at least there's a bit of, oh my God.
He's able to get away.
Okay. But now what happens? Where does Demon Kite go? Because he's cooked either way. He just goes lethal. He knows he's cooked. There's no orange buff.
He knows it, so he's going to go ahead and just keep things under control, right? He's just going to go ahead and just admit, all right, I lost my orange buff. I'll let it be. Sakai's, though, great start. You know, going into Demon Kite's jungle, you can expect that. Again, this is kind of what you want to do anyway. You're the YSS, you're moving a little bit faster than the Fredrin, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So Aurora Gaming, with this kind of lineup, as we look at the emblems here, this is something similar to what we've seen in the past, right? This combination with the Fredrin and the Kimmy specifically works really great. The traction pulse, plus the amount of crowd control that this lineup has. Also, mind you, the Yuzhong first pick. The priority here for Edward could change these early skirmishes that might even break out before the first turtle. As you can see, just how much focus right now is allowing Demon Kite to get his side of the jungle after losing that orange buff.
Yeah, but Skies, this is a 3-buff start. He might be level 5 by the time the turtle spawns here. He hasn't even taken the green camps up top. Yeah, he's taking it slow. Doesn't look like they're in any rush. Domeng, wow, for 1v1 over on Innocent, but this could be the gank up top with the Mountain Shocker as well. Domeng, did he make the wrong call? It's a free kill on Skies. Almost a trade, but Innocent stands tall.
Okay, he stands tall. The fight for the turtle, they're going to go for it anyway.
What?
Whoa! Edward is slain by Stormy. Yes, they'll get the turtle for Aurora Gaming, but you lost 2 in the exchange.
Make it 3 if the purple buff counts as well. Skies with Retri, and he gets it despite it being a bit short.
What just happened? I mean, the aggression from Domeng Kite, maybe he just wanted to go for the solo kill, but then, you know, with a flicker down, by the way, he then gets caught in the lane. They make a play up top. I'm surprised at how fast Edward even went down, but that's the damage like this from Stormy.
Uh-oh, the pullback into feathered airstrike range. Edward 0-0.
Dude, Stormy is locked in. He got his Farsa. The Prodigy right now on this pick is just making it happen. 2-0 right now early on. You're scaling already in good control of the early game. SRG has everything happening across the map. Think about it. It started in the jungle with Sakai's taking the buff, continuously putting pressure on Demon Kite. You're winning the lane up top. You're winning bottom. You're going to go again. Oh, Edward.
Great read on the Fierce Dive, but again, it's going to be the all-in onto him. 0-3 is it, Edward? Will fall again. The turret juggle is perfect from Selangor Red Giants, and they've taken the dragon out of the equation.
The Dragon, Agent Zero, Mr. Consistent, throw all the names out there. SRG is handling him. Edison might be next.
Traction Pulse, now to Purify out. Glorious Pathway coming down as Innocent pops into the Mon Force, but he's going to be stunned up, and now it's going to be the Chain CC for Domeng to at least get a kill back, but look at the turret down below. SRG took it.
They had to get something, man. Aurora Gaming Philippines cannot let this continue to happen on all fronts of the map. And so at least they make a play there. They have to go ahead and kind of slow this down. The Giants literally are already coming into this game, trampling around, taking what they want, and they continue to do so. Edward's going to have to play catch-up.
Whoa.
Oh, man, he's got a bottom.
Oh my goodness! Look at that Stormy!
All right.
Flickers in, what a risk taker!
He's risk-taking because he's ahead like the way he is, man. Fight for the turtle.
Cram's gonna go in, that's the way the Dragon is zone him away, and the mount down as well from Patrick, aka Cram. It's an all-in over on Demonkai. Big bomb on Yums! Domeng able to get the shot down, traction pulls, Cram pulls back in, and he's gonna go down to Yue.
Oh, Edward. All right, he pops the Black Dragon for him, but I don't think there's going to be any follow-through, just checking things out. They want to go ahead and get this extra gold off this top turret. So with that, that's a great swing back in favor of RORA Gaming Philippines, but it's not in there entirely just yet. But that will be some crucial gold and pickups that they needed to go in the right hands here.
Gold's back to level on the board. Domenkai with the gold crab here. Certainly it will be... Whoa! 1,000 gold lead for Domenkai in the gold lane.
Dude, he knows that he's going to be a big part of turning this around. Look at that early first item. Chastised Pauldron picked up now for Demon Kite. Starlium Scythe over here for Innocent.
Whoa.
And this, oh no, Yums.
Jikudo on the way to Dragon now. Over on Domeng for the air shake coming down. The lethal ignition is taken and Yums takes him out. That 1,000 gold lead was too much. SRG said no.
No, not today. Yums, I gotta say, man, his play-making ability throughout this series have been so good. Edward, okay, he's gonna get away. But look at this, tier 2 turret.
Oh my god.
Nearly gonna be knocked down. Actually will fall here, and RORA will lose more crucial real estate on the map right now. This kind of lineup too needs some time to cook, but SRG's not giving them that many opportunities. Oh, Glorious Pathway just to force Stormy out of here, man. Stormy, like I said, I don't know what he had for breakfast today, but he is locked in throughout the series. And even though he's 2-0, I mean, think about how much damage he's doing. I'm not sure if we're going to get to see the damage meter just yet, but he's definitely at the top. Feathered Airstrikes are hurting. There is a Sky Piercer now locked in for Domenkai. Much earlier this time in this game than the last one. So we'll see if he's able to build up the stacks that he needs here.
It really is going to be all on Domeng and Yue. Because Demonkai with the Chastised Pauldron, you know exactly what's going to happen here. They're all just going to be peeling for the backliners. The thing is, though, SRG can attack from so many different angles, and your front line is going to be brought to SRG's burst or away from the backliners of RORA. Yums in the front, Demonkai with a two-man taunt now onto Cram and Yums, but it's Cram popping into pass, now goes in for the slam. Over on Demonkai, puts the stacks on him. Remember, he can go for the mount down on him. So that's a big problem. Black Dragon form already used. Turtle gonna be very, very low, but Cram pops in a pass again. Sky's gonna be zoned away by the Black Dragon form as Yums rotates over. Appraiser's Ram with Retribution secures the Turtle. But it seems SRG don't even want to fight.
That's quite interesting that they didn't want to. I guess they just didn't have the favored position that they wanted, because they definitely could have started the fight, but they end up giving over that Turtle, essentially allowing RORA Gaming Philippines to buy a little more time. The purple buff is up. Yums is there providing that information, but you'll actually be able to secure this one. Demonkai getting a little bit more tanky. Now Glorious Pathway dropped down. They're going to chase down Stormy.
No flicker earlier, the peel coming through, but Stormy's going to be gunned down by Yue. And now it's Cram looking for the play onto Light. Not going to happen. Innocent in the bottom lane.
Okay. Right now, RORA Gaming Philippines is choosing these little ones across the map, giving Demonkai some confidence to go ahead and start invading this side of the jungle if he can, forcing Sakai's back. It looks like they go for it. Yums in trouble, can't get away, it's too much. Crowd control, and there you go, a kill going to Domenkai.
Big stack. It's just 10, but it's a build right now for RORA. It's a slow build for them. If they can constantly get these small wins, it will build up. That 10 stacks will help him execute even more, and the gold lead now is back to 1,000 between the gold laners, despite the fact that Innocent was sent down below to soak in as much farm as possible.
Yeah, oh man. You can see this too. It just, the way that things started for SRG is not the case anymore. RORA Gaming Philippines really itemized for that. They now got a couple of defensive magic items as well. Aegis over here for Edward. He's dealt with the brunt of the early game struggles, so he's going to be able to survive some of that damage from Stormy, and then also you have the Radiant Armor now for Demonkai too. So, and a Malefic Roar over for Domenkai. So that's why his damage is starting to be felt by those front lines, especially when Yums tries to set things up, or Cram, for example. So it's a good adjustment for RORA Gaming. They still have a lot to cover. Wow, look at the. What? This is what I'm talking about, man. After that Malefic Roar was picked up, even Cram has to be a little careful in how he approaches this.
Yeah, okay, so Cram only has the Cursed Helmet and the Brute Force Breastplate, so now we understand why it's doing so much damage. There's literally only a Brute Force Breastplate with, again, minimal physical defense versus the Malefic Roar of the Granger, Dolmenkite in this position. Divine Glaive picked up, though, for Stormy.
Okay, Lord's up here, half health right now. Cram making his way as well. SRG at full force, Traction Pulse.
Only on Cram, slam, pass, and for the airstrike coming down to the UA right there, but he's able to escape. Now as the sun comes in and Dolmeng is able to get the shot down. Petrify in the fierce time now. Sky's going to be able to get the peel from Yom. He's able to go for the Traces now as Innocent jumps around with his Amon Force on Light.
Oh, Light's going to be in trouble. He's trying to get away with the rest of the team. They're so low here with Cram leading the charge. Does Yum go forward? No. They trade it out again. As Stormy went down, Lord secured though by RORA Gaming Philippines and another stack to Dolmenkite.
I've never seen a Dragon go 0-3 and be this useful, bro. Edward is having an amazing performance despite the early deaths. Yes, it looks bad in KD, but over the course of the last 3 team fights, he's been more useful than Cram on the glue, which is surprising.
That is the nature of XP laners. Glorious Pathway dropped down. Okay, Demon Kite won't catch him with the Energy Eruption, but as I was saying, man, the XP laners, that's their job. I feel like they are the ones getting pushed around, beat up a lot in these matches, but still the use of them is really what it comes down to. So even if you have a rough start, you can still be quite useful for a team. This Lord's gonna go ahead and charge in up top. A good check with that Feathered Airstrike, so that turret actually might not go down unless that, okay, that Lord doesn't get that last swing in. So not too much off the Lord, but what it does do, essentially, is allow RORA Gaming this window. They might even just go for a tier 1 turret as they do. They know they don't want to take these fights just yet. It's more so about opening the map, getting that real estate to move around the map.
3 turrets left and right. RORA Gaming Philippines really punishing Selangor Red Giants for, I would say, hesitating a couple of times during the turtle fights. Again, not wanting to go in, not wanting to take the risk, wanting to build on their lead further instead. And it has only given Aurora more time to scale up. With a Granger and a Kimmy, that's a problem. And again, SRG, even if Cram goes for the mount down now, they don't actually have enough damage to burst through the Fredrin.
This is why the power spikes are always so important. Oh, whoa.
Skies? What? Walks up alone and he gets caught for it. Everything used. Fury side Petrify a taunt as well. What was... Did he just get the wrong info? Why was Skies there?
I don't know if he just didn't have the info. Yeah, he went in, getting caught blind here. He's going to lose his purple buff.
Oh my god. Still able to get out with his Amon Force, but that's a big ultimate burn down as Cram goes in over on Demon Kite, but there's again not enough damage to take the Fredrin down, and Edward is now picking up turrets on the right. Tier 2 falling for free.
Being useful as can be. He also has a chastised Pauldron now too. So he's got his grounds covered a little bit. Little Feathered Airstrike drop down. They want this tier 2 turret.
Get cancelled by Light on the Feather Airstrike in the bottom lane. It's a 1v1 between the XP laners. But again, in the mid lane, it is a free turret to Aurora. They just keep on getting these freebies.
Mirko, it's surgical is what RORA Gaming Philippines is doing. They knew they had to play from behind, especially in the early game. They've made the adjustments up to this point. They put themselves in a very good position to go ahead and take this Lord and start marching it towards a potential Game 5. It's still early. SRG can still turn a fight around. They have everything they need. You can see the positioning here. It's all about that target acquisition. Light's going to go ahead and spot them out, so that's not going to happen for SRG. The fight for the space around the Lord is going to break out here. Half health right now for this Lord.
Stormy is still in the mid lane, though. He's trying to deal with the wave in the bottom lane, but I feel like that wave is going to push back anyways.
What's going to do here?
Right, so yeah, he ends up just having to rotate, but it's going to be late. Gives with the wave of the dragon, locking him down. Skies goes in, but Petrify locks him out, and one! Steals the Lord! And he goes on Skies now. He's able to get the Rose Gold in time, but Edward wants the 1v1, and Skies? Traceless isn't forward. Yu is gonna go for the chase in Skies. He's trapped all alone against 3. It'll be Edward who walks up and he gets the kill onto Skies.
Skies goes down, Yums as well, and Edward secures the Lord. And now Aurora Gaming Philippines with a massive swing in favor will head to the base of SRG. They still have a great defense, but can they keep it together?
Let's see, the feather airstrike coming down on UA. He's able to flick around on the Glorious Pathway as Light gets mounted down and brought back into the crystal, but Innocent's holding it.
And they go, Light's in trouble. Palm of the Revitalize, they still have to fight.
Innocent.
Humes is back up.
Innocent doing so much damage. Light's gonna be taken down. Cram again now. Solo Domain looking for the shot. Can't find the last one. Humes. G-Kundo forward. Selangor Red Giants defend their base, but it costed them 2 big structures.
It was messy and bloody, but still SRG will stay in this game. They lost a lot of the base turrets, holding on to just one. But Aurora Gaming Philippines just showing, you know, if they want to go for a fight, they're able to go ahead and take it. If they want to find the round, the objectives now, they can take that as well. More physical defense here for Demon Kite. He's been nearly unkillable. Yeah, he lost some of his jungle in the early game, but there's been no answer to deal with Demon Kite. Edward as well, he's got defensive items enough now to just kind of throw himself forward, and that is all allowing Domain Kite the space. Oh, there's the energy eruption.
Oh no, Cram's gonna be left all alone. He pops in a pass and flickers out. That means it's 2 battle spells, nice Sue.
Yeah.
Down.
2 battle spells out of the equation right now. Now they still have plenty of time before that Lord comes up, so those battle spells should be available, but the cooldowns on the ultimates are going to come up faster. You can count on Aurora Gaming Philippines to try to potentially get a pick off. You can see the difference here between the lanes. A Holy Crystal now online and available for UA, so he is going to hurt even more. But look at the difference in the gold lane. Innocent has definitely struggled on this Harith pick in being able to be utilized with the fights. Mostly dropping down the Zaman Force in these fights, trying to turn the tide, but it just seems like a big portion of the damage has been pretty much handled with defensive items. Humes providing that vision on Light. Just gonna check things out. They want to go ahead and take this purple buff.
And the control is gone for Selangor Red Giants. It's Aurora Gaming Philippines who are occupying the map. The map's blue. The 16-minute mark of game number 4. From the start, it really looked like, okay, it was gonna be Selangor Red Giants' game for sure, right? A level 1 orange buff take. Oh, another airstrike onto Domeng. Now Sky's gonna go for the chase as well. An instant flicker from Domeng. He saw the invisible Cho and he reacted. Now that's an even bigger spell to lose out before a Lord fight. Your main man.
Oh man, that's actually big to not have that flicker available. And you can't just wait a minute and a half for it to be back up.
Nope.
So now Domain Kite, they're going to be pressured into this fight once again. Where's Humes and Sakai is going to go here? Light is also on this part of the map.
Stormy.
Stormy going to get caught here. He's going to, oh, is Light going to actually go for the stun?
He's gonna go for a stun. Where does Stormy go? He's able to flicker out, but again, that's what they were looking for. They were only just trying to look for the flicker. It was just a feint. It was a threat right there.
They're like, Domain Kite doesn't have his, now Stormy doesn't have his flicker.
Yes, sir.
It's fine.
Now it's level.
Oh, right now though, Lord still up, half health. Demon Kite holding it up alongside Krem. What are they gonna do here? Stormy as well, joining the fight. Sakai's still off on the wings in the mid lane. They're gonna have to force something here.
Black Dragon form as well. Demon Kite still holding on to the Lord. This looks really, really good. And again, the zoning coming in from Edward as he jumps in with the Petrify as well. It's an all-in over the skies as Krem's able to survive, and he goes in for the meltdown.
Edward gets kicked, but he goes to the back line.
Edward will fall. That's Humes on the G-Kundo, and the Feather Air's trying to follow it through. Humes able to flicker around. Light pops in to revitalize. And Aurora got what they sought out for. They got the Lord.
As I said, both XP laners are the punching bags for the teams here, as is. They both go down, they're both traded out, but Aurora Gaming Philippines gets the advantage. Lord making its way down that mid lane as Humes takes the flying cloud, and now SRG on the defense. Can they clear this out once more?
Man, that traction pulse force Innocent to go for the Zaman Force, and now it's going to be big again. Innocent going to be caught in the taunt, has to purify out of it. The mobilization used as well. Humes in the back line, able to go for the amount of shocker landing on Light. Humes cancel out by the taunt of Demon Kite, and a big bomb with the Appraiser's Wrath to shut him down.
A great attempt from Humes to make something happen, but it still does allow SRG into the game, and they haven't lost the last base turret just yet. Can they clear this out still? Aurora Gaming Philippines might still look to punch it in.
The pace is down to half HP. Skies' Rose Gold Meteor gets procced by Domain Kite on the Granger. And now that he has Flicker, I don't think Selangor Red Giants can get to him, dude.
Ooh, Domain Kite has all the space in the world to work with too, man. I gotta say, Aurora Gaming Philippines has done a great job at providing that space and protecting and peeling for Domenkite. This is now and has been a game of resources, right? The battle spells, the ultimates on both sides, but SRG is still showing that even at this point, almost 20 minutes into this game 4, that there's still potential for them to turn around these team fights. It's more so not having all those battle spells down or those ultimates used too early on. This purple buff is going to be taken over. Sakai knows that he's not going to see this for a while, so it's more so just what can they get? What can they get around the map? How can they continue to build up? Nearly item locked over on both sides. Still working on some of those last items, but man, you gotta respect what SRG's lineup is still capable of doing here.
Immortality for Yum, so he wants to go for more of those plays, but this time he's just like, even if I don't get it, I want to bait more resources. I want to make Aurora Gaming Philippines think a bit more. And again, for Aurora Gaming Philippines right now, the advantage that they got, the turret up top, it's so unfortunate that the Lord has spawned the top twice now. So again, they can't really utilize the far lane. So long as Red Giants can still clear it out. It's just Stormy needs to be decisive, brother.
Yeah.
Last time, he went bottom lane, even though it was going to push back to Aurora Gaming Philippines, and that's why Aurora punished instantly.
And I mean, look at this, like, almost expect Aurora to potentially try to catch Stormy, or if it just means another flicker being used. Because obviously with this Lord being evolved, it's going to take a little bit longer for this dance to kind of break out here, but Aurora is going to get in position, and SRG will go ahead and clear out that bottom wave. They got to manage these waves and get ready to fight. A Divine Glaive picked up for Cram here. Nearly half health on the Lord. Once again, very similar positioning.
8-3-4 stacks.
8-3-4 stacks for Domenkite right now.
Yeah, those bullets are not going to run out, man.
Whoa.
Yums, oh my god, he gets away the dragon! Straight into the mountain chugger, Skies! What a timing by Skies!
Domenkite is gone and the fight still breaks out. Stormy falls too!
This is still able to survive right now. UA goes in and it's going to be Demon Kite going up over on Yums, going for the stab, and Yums will fall to Demon Kite!
And they're still going. Cram separated from the team on the run, and Aurora's going to hunt him down.
Prime, can he run? He takes a turret shot. UA is getting him down, and it will be a slow, painful death, and he falls in the end. Sky's in the mid lane trying to save this game. He clears out the wave. What do Aurora do? They see a wave up top.
They've got a wave up top to walk in, and Sakai's is left alone for a little bit longer. Aurora, can they end it here?
Mountain Shocker coming down, Light unable to get the stun. UA in the mid lane, already clearing it out, but there's a big wave up top that's going to be used. No glorious pathway. Skies able to trace this away. Pops in Mountain Shocker. Now again, it's going to be Sky. Chase CC down. He buys the immortality, but the base is wide open, and Aurora Gaming Philippines will take us to a game 5.
We wouldn't have it any other way. For a spot in the grand finals of the M7 World Championship, we need 5 games. We get 5 games.